2023-30, State versus Jacob Wyatt Myers. Mr. Myers, if you'll raise your hand, I'm going to place you on oath. Do you swear that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. You can lower your hand. All right, Mr. Myers. What's your paperwork here? All right, Mr. Myers, you were in this court on August 22nd of 2023, wherein you pled guilty to a third-degree felony offense of assault of a family or household member with previous conviction. Court heard the evidence, found that there was enough evidence to convict you. However, the court followed a plea agreement between you and the state. The court placed you on deferred community supervision for a period of 5 years and also assessed a fine. It was during your period of community supervision that the state filed its motion to adjudicate and revoke, in which they alleged various counts of violations. Have you had enough time to review that document with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand everything that you've read and signed today?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleased with Mr. Manning as your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about anything?
Sir.
Mr. Manning, do you believe Mr. Myers to be competent to enter into the agreement, and if so, that he's doing it intentionally, knowingly, voluntarily?
Judge, he is competent. I believe he is entering into that agreement intentionally, knowingly, and voluntarily.
What kind of credit time has he acquired?
Judge, he will have 20 days credit.
20 days?
He originally had some additional days that were used up as a condition of probation for a previous motion.
All right, so Mr. Myers, I see that your plea agreement today, upon you pleading true, the state's recommending that you be convicted of the offense, that your community supervision be revoked, and that you be assessed 2 years confinement in prison, with you being ordered to pay the balance of your fines, court costs, and fees, and you would receive 20 days credit towards that sentence. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Myers, at this time, I would ask you, how do you plead to counts 1 through 13? Are those counts true or not true?
True.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or pressured you to plead true to any of those counts?
No, sir.
The court will accept the defendant's plea of true to each count. Mr. Manning, any objection to the evidence being admitted?
No objection as offered.
All right, court admits the evidence. Court takes judicial notice of the defendant's judicial confession. Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
From the defense?
Judge, I just would briefly point out that while Mr. Myers recognizes he violated each and every one of those conditions, he did want the court to know that he attempted to do the class for count 13, but was unable to successfully do so within the time period required by the court under the restrictions that he was under.
Thank you, Mr. Manning. All right, the court's going to review the evidence. All right, court finds that based on the plea of true that Mr. Myers has violated the terms and conditions of his community supervision, the court finds counts 1 through 13 to be true. The court will follow the plea agreement today. The court hereby convicts Jacob Wyatt Myers of assault of a family or household member with previous conviction. The court revokes his community supervision, assesses punishment at 2 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, orders him to pay the balance of his financial obligations, and awards him 20 days credit towards his sentence for the time spent in jail. Mr. Myers, you're hereby remanded to the custody of the sheriff so he can carry out the terms and conditions of the sentence. I'm going to have you be fingerprinted with Sergeant Martinez. Cause numbers CR 25-88, CR 25-263, State of Texas versus Joshua Andrew Ibarra. Cause number CR 25-88. For the court on May 27th of 2025, last year, wherein you were convicted of the offense of failure to comply with sex offender duty to register for life, a third-degree felony. Punishment was assessed at 8 years confinement in prison and a $750 fine. The court suspended that sentence and placed you on community supervision for a period of 5 years. It was during that period that the state filed its motion to revoke and alleged 12 separate counts of allegations of violations. Have you had enough time to review that document with your attorney, Mr. Manning?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about anything that you've read or signed today?
No.
Do you please with Mr. Manning as your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Manning, do you believe that Mr. Ibarra is competent to enter into the agreement? And if so, that he's doing it intentionally, knowingly, and voluntarily after understanding his legal rights?
I do, Judge.
All right, Mr. Ibarra, I see that this case, plea agreement is, the state has filed a motion to dismiss in CR 25263. That's the case. That's the failure to comply with sex offender duty to register. CR 25-88. Plea agreement is upon you pleading true. State's recommending that your community supervision be revoked and you be sentenced to 4 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice with the balance of your fines, court costs, and fees. How much credit time does Mr. Ibarra have?
Judge, there's agreement for 382 days.
So, Mr. Ibarra, you would also receive that credit towards your sentence for time that you've already spent in jail. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Manning, does your client waive the formal reading of the state's motion?
He does, Judge.
All right. Mr. Ibarra, how do you plead to counts 1 through 12? Are those counts true or not true?
True.
And you're admitting that you committed all of the acts in those of your own free will? No,
Yes, sir.
meaning no one's pressured you, forced you in any way to plead true to any of those counts?
Yes, sir.
All right, court will accept the defendant's plea of true to counts 1 through 12. Mr. Manning, any objection to the evidence?
No objection as offered.
The evidence is admitted. Court takes judicial notice of the defendant's judicial confession. Anything further from the state?
No, sir. Thank you.
Anything further from the defense?
Rest and close, Judge.
All right, based on the evidence before the court finds that the defendant has violated the terms and conditions of his community supervision. The court finds counts 1 through 12 to be true. Court hereby follows the plea agreement today, revokes the community supervision of Mr. Ibarra. Court assesses punishment at 4 years confinement. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice orders him to pay the balance of his financial obligations and awards him 382 days credit towards his sentence for the time spent in jail on this cause. Mr. Ibarra, you hereby remanded to the custody of the sheriff so he can carry out the terms and conditions